Instagram. And so, yeah, if you guys don't know who we are, we're Wild Women with Wine, drinking wine. Woohoo!
Bingo. Here you go. Suya.
Yep. How's everything in Northern
And
California?
You have badges.
I got badges. We don't need no sticking badges.
So we should let everybody know what the badges are for and how to
do you have badges on? Do you have badges as well, or is it just me?
No, it's just the person that starts it. So you're buying tonight.
I'm buying tonight. The gumballs are on me. Anyway, yeah. So the badges, I'm not sure what they are, but if you would like to tip us, we put our money together and we buy ourselves like another glass of wine.
I mean, when we're raking in the bucks, then we can pay for things that make our work better and give us more time. We can buy ourselves out of doing other things for a living, and we can do more of these things like this.
Sounds good to me.
Creative endeavors.
So anybody want to try giving me a badge? I don't know how you do it, but just do it.
Right now it says that you can just hit buy. I see buy a badge to support KarenLee at the bottom of my screen. You just click buy, and I think it's like 99 cents a badge or something. So
99 cents a badge is not a bad deal.
Buy some badges. Support us with your, vote with your dollars.
Vote with your dollars. Yeah, and if you're on YouTube, how are you doing over there, David and Johnny and Brendan? And happy Thursday to you guys. So we had a lot.
Marco always calls money votes, because every dollar you spend, you're voting for something, right? You're voting for that business or that product or that service.
So vote. Go out and vote.
Vote with your dollars, yeah.
I feel like my head is
cut Megan
off. Popping
in there. Hi, Megan.
Megan, who got her shot yesterday. How you feeling? She. I don't know if it was the first or the second, the vaccine.
Getting those vaccinations done, dang it.
Get it all done, you guys. Let's do this. So we
my 16-year-old granddaughter got hers.
Good for her. Oh, Brady bought a badge. Brady, thank you for the badge.
Yay, Brady.
I get so excited when I see these little we're just raking in the bucks here. Good evening to you guys. Brady bought another badge. Wow. Thank you for all the badges.
Somebody else bought a badge.
Jalen bought a badge.
Thank you.
You guys.
This is awesome.
We're having fun.
It's such a sweet way. It's not a lot of money, but it's a sweet way for everybody to pitch in a buck here and there and help. You've been vaccinated 12 times, huh? Okay
then. And salute to you, Battle Rifle.
Megan did fine. Yeah. 2 more weeks and you can hug people.
Thank you, David.
Awesome? Something happening over there?
I'm thanking Super Chatters over here. We got badges over there. We're doing great over here.
Awesome. So, listen, our starter topic tonight is kind of fun. We're going to talk about
we got a good topic for you guys.
Too much? How much sex is too much, or how much is enough? Like, what's the perfect amount? Is it quality over quantity? How do you relate to that? So, Karen, last week you did a really cool interview.
I did an interview,
and I listened to the whole thing.
Thank you. And it was with Dr. Ian Kerner.
I could feel you blushing. It was the cutest thing to hear you get a little uncomfortable.
Because I'm never uncomfortable.
Sharing some very intimate details with your son sitting there.
Yeah, I know. That's what made it a little more uncomfortable. So for those of you who didn't listen to our podcast, Sex Talk with My Mom, we interviewed Dr. Ian Kerner, who wrote a book called So Tell Me About the Last Time You Had Sex. Really good book, by the way. Great title, great book. And we went into our sex script. Brady put another three hearts there. Thank you. That's very sweet. I'm going to add my vaccinated. I'm vaccinated to my online dating profile. You should. So anyway.
Yes, I think that's a great Great we need to create a badge that says I was vaccinated.
Yeah. And if you guys super chatted or gave us a little love here and you want to ask a question, we're going to take your questions first. We'll stop what we're doing, whatever we're talking about. We're going to take your questions and we're just going to go right into it.
So I wonder if this incognito guy who says, I leave him walking like John Wayne, is that, are you bragging or are you
He's bragging.
Complaining?
There's a brag. Thank you, Megan. You heard the episode. It was an uncomfortable but comfortable experience. Okay, so basically,
cool was
he talked about a sex script. A sex script is basically how you, if you're in a relationship, how you typically start talking about sex. And there's a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it goes through the different different beats as to how you actually telling a story of how you typically have sex. So I told the story on Sex Talk with My Mom. If you want to check it out, it was not this week's episode, but last week's. But I think you guys would you'll enjoy it. And it was uncomfortable, but I got it. I was happy he approved of my sex script. That's all I got to say. I'm sure he has most people come into his office, and like you, Dr. Nancy, people come into your office and typically they've got problems. They don't come in there to say, oh, everything is great.
Right.
So I
don't get to see those people.
Right, right. You get to see them at hedonism.
Mm-hmm. I do. That's the cool thing about doing couples retreats for people that are not in trouble but want to expand and enhance their relationship.
Right.
Then that's really fun. Yeah. So I was very impressed with how Cam handled it because he could obviously tell you were a little uncomfortable.
Right. And
he was very gentle with you. I thought that was very sweet.
I mean, truthfully, we've been talking about sex for 6 years, and I've shared many a story about my sex life on the podcast. You just can't get over you too. Thank you, Jalen. He gave us another heart. That's very sweet.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
We can't get over how nice you are too, Jalen. Anyway,
seriously.
What was I saying? Oh, so I have spoken about like almost everything when we do ads and we talk about vibrators and we do all these other things, but it's never as personal as like, this is what I do right now and in the moment. I mean, not in the moment, but in the, what do you call it when you're just completely, well, I don't have a good word for it. Basically, I'm saying when you're in the here and now. I don't usually talk about that stuff.
Okay. Right. Yeah, you can talk about it in theory or in a little more objective terms, but when it's very personalized,
right.
That does get more uncomfortable. Clearly. But you know what? That was really important though, because I think because your show is about sex talk with my mom, you're setting the tone for people to have those conversations between parent and child, and the reality is sometimes it is uncomfortable.
What? Why did you go blank? I can't hear you. You went on mute. Very interesting. Something went mute. See? I was sharing too many embarrassing things about my sex life. Verkelkamp, that was the word I was looking for. All right. Are you able to see and hear me over here on YouTube today? If you are, say something. I don't know what happened to my Nancy. She's going to come back in. Log off and come back in. If everybody's able to hear me, I'm going to stay on. So what's happening on your life? Where are you guys all? Where are you all now? Are you Nancy's practicing her Charlie Chaplin routine? You can't hear Nancy. Okay. But Brady can. Oh, you can hear me. Well, that's great. Half of us is here. All right, good. Hi there. Oh, you can hear me, Johnny. Okay, so it must be something that happened with her internet or something. Anyway, So yeah, that was a uncomfortable experience, but it was I was happy to get an A on my sex script. Do you guys have a sex script? A sex script meaning, do you have a certain way that you go about having sex if you have a steady partner? Is it always the same thing or does it vary up? Anybody want to share their sex script with me? I got to let Dr. Nancy back in here. Let's see if she'll come back in. Waiting for you, Nan. So yeah, do you guys have a certain sex? Oh, I can hear you now. Wait, I hear you.
Hi.
Okay, so
All right.
I was just wondering if you have a sex script.
Do I have a sex script?
Yes. Do you have what is a sex script? It's a typical way that you have sex is a beginning, a middle, and end. And is it usually similar? Does it vary up at the beginning? Does it change in the middle? Does it typically end in the same way?
You know, we don't have a sex script. It's different every time. So it's like we have it because we're very playful, like all the time.
No problem. Yeah, I'll shut the door so she doesn't bother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Loud.
We want to hear about your sex script, Mark.
Yeah, so it's different. It's different every time. So I think we don't have a routine.
I don't think he meant it. I might not have described the sex script properly. Everyone has a sex script. It's a question of how does it vary up each time, and is it similar? Is there a beginning, a middle, end that is very similar? Is it different every time at the beginning but end at the same way? Is there, in other words, is there a certain position that you always end up in? There's all kinds of ways that you can change. Or
well, that's what I'm saying, because I listened to your show and I was thinking about it at the time. It's like, what is it's like it is so different every time that there's no routine. It sometimes starts in the office. It sometimes starts in the living room. Sometimes it starts in the bedroom or the bathroom or the shower or the kitchen. I mean, it's like it ends in different ways in different places. And sometimes it doesn't end. It pauses and then it picks up a little later.
Right. So your sex script is just a constant fluid interchange. It's never the same.
Yeah.
But
I think
that in itself
we try to stay playful.
But that in itself is a sex script. It just changes all the. It's improv. It's improvisation.
It's
Thank you again,
improv.
Jalen. What a sweetheart.
I like that.
Thank you for the extra heart again. Is that because we share our sex scripts with you? So yeah, mine typically it varies as well, but the ending typically ends up very similar. And he said that that's pretty common, that you might end up in a certain position that works for you each time, or you might change it up. It just really depends.
Right.
And there is no right or wrong to this. You know, whatever works for you. It could, which leads us to the other question is, what is not enough sex, or what is too much sex, or what's like the little three bears? What is just right in terms of sex?
So have you ever had too much sex?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes it'll get a little long. I know you're going to probably answer no to that, but yeah, I mean, there's been times that I'm going at it and it's like, yeah, all right, come already.
I'm done.
You know, it's like that aspect doesn't appeal to me as much as, I guess I like foreplay a lot, and I like you said, the playful games and stuff like that a lot. But again, it also depends on like my age and what age you're talking about. Or when I was first single, it was a different story. I can go, like all night, it wouldn't be enough. So it just depends on where I'm at emotionally and who the person is. Because as we know, people in general crave variety.
Have you ever tapped out?
If I tapped out, what does that mean, tapped out?
You know, like in wrestling when they tap out, when like they're done. that you got to stop the game kind of thing. You tap out.
Yeah.
You ever tapped
Karen's
out?
on trial here. I'm on trial. I mean, what does that mean? Have I ever gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm done?
Yeah, it's like you have to hit the bed. You have to go tap out. You ever watch wrestling? Somebody's getting choked and they hit the deck.
Well, have I ever tapped out in the sense that have I ever just had enough and I'm like can't go anymore? I'm sure that's definitely happened to me. Usually, though, like with my current partner, we've been together for 13 and a half years, so our sex is like, you're very mutual, kind of like very in sync. So I don't think there's a tapping out or tapping in. It says sometimes, yes, one of us just can't finish, and it's okay. We can also finish on our own. So we're talking about now, Karen. Now, Allison, have you tapped out?
What's that?
I'm getting a lot of shit from Allison Incognito.
Yeah.
It's okay. We can take it. I can take it.
Do you think that every sexual episode, I'll call it an episode, in the series has to end in everybody having orgasms?
Do I think it? I think it would be nice, but does it have to end that way? No, not necessarily.
Close the door.
It doesn't always have to end in that way. What do you guys think? Do you think you always have to come? I'll tell you one thing I don't ever do, and I don't think I ever, apparently my boyfriend says I did one time I faked an orgasm, which I don't remember doing. I think he misunderstood. I don't fake orgasms ever. I think that's a very bad idea. What do you think?
Right.
Do you fake orgasms?
I think it's misleading. Yeah. I don't want to teach somebody
bad tricks
to do something that's not working.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. It's like training a dog. You don't want to train the dog, to shit on the floor by accident, No.
Right. No, I think it's better.
Oh, Brady, Brady with the 3 hearts. Now you have to answer his question because he just donated 3 more hearts.
I have.
Oh,
I have topped out a couple of times.
Recently, or like in the year? Because I can't imagine you ever tapping out. Right now, I see guys tapping out. I don't see you tapping out.
Yeah, that's true. But
she's like, she's the Energizer Bunny. I know her. Let's see.
What did you call me?
The Energizer Bunny. Do you remember the Energizer Bunny? Oh, you Marathon Woman? I got a lot of names for you.
That was hilarious.
Yeah,
by the way.
We got any marathon men on this that are watching, or marathon women that are on these live streams? Let us know if you have ever gotten to the point where you're like, okay, I can't do it anymore. I'm too tired.
Yeah.
Once female is satisfied thoroughly, I'm okay. Oh. Ultimate goal is orgasm. It is not required, says Sailor Willie, 1980. The only tapping I do is tapping that ass. Ha! There we go again, Allison. Brady, not necessarily. I always believe that a woman should always orgasm, and I want to please her. It's very sweet, and it's very important. PJ on YouTube has a question. I invited my classmate to my room. We had a good time, watched a movie, invited her my room. I got nervous. I didn't make a move. Is there still a chance? Of course, PJ. And you know what I would do? If this actually happened to me, I would probably, the next time I'm with this person, say, last time I really wanted to do something and I didn't because I got nervous. And, I just want to let you know how I felt and see what she says then. Or he, I don't know, whoever you're talking about. But what do you think? Is there any reason that he has to give up on, is it still has a chance? Does PJ still have a chance with this person?
Yeah, I think, try again. Ask again, have another date, do something different. Yeah.
What's your opinion on threesomes? Tricks are for kids, asks. My opinion is if you want to go with it, go with it. I mean, I don't judge anybody on what they do. What is your opinion on threesomes?
I mean, they can be complicated. They can be fun. They can be energizing. They can be anything you make them.
Right.
I think you just want to pick your third person carefully.
Right.
I think that probably the best threesomes are three people that don't really know each other.
Oh, three people that don't know each other.
That are more in just that sexual frenzy kind of thing where three people play together. Then there's no emotional
that's a good point.
that can occur.
Tricks Are for Kids says they are pretty sweet if it's two girls and one guy. Apparently you're a guy. Wait, what did Megan say? I only had that in NRE. My partner and I had sex 12 times in a weekend when we started dating, and we were so drained. Oh, so you're talking about when you tapped out.
Yeah.
Patience is always key. So we went on to, somehow we got on a subject of threesomes. Has anybody had a threesome that really worked for them? Let us know. We're always open to hearing good, fun threesome stories. Have you any?
It can be fun.
Anybody? Okay, so let's get on to sex then, in terms of quality versus quantity. I'm always about the quality. Found you somehow. Chicks rule. Yes.
Yeah, that's Linda. she messaged me. She goes, I don't know how to find you. I sent you a link, ding dong.
Linda, get with technology, Linda. Okay. Do you think the day of the cougar is over? I think it is. Battle rifle. I got to tell you something.
The day of the cougar is over?
Not as per my TikTok channel. No. I'm on 25,000 followers on TikTok, and a lot of it is because of the cougar. Actually, I just put a video out that said, "Cougar or the Pink Panther?" Yeah, maybe the day of the cougar is over because we're getting older, and now it's called the day of the jaguar. I don't know. Michael says no. And what do you guys on YouTube think, or Instagram? What do you guys think? Is the day of the cougar over? Do you think it's at a point now where people are not attracted to older women anymore? I don't think that. First of all, just so you know, because the day of the cougar, let's just face facts. It's been around since like Cleopatra or Ben Franklin. I mean, those days started a long time before we were on this earth. There have been quite a few examples in history, because I wrote about this in my book, of the older woman, younger man relationship, and how it's lasted over time. And if anything, it just became more open with the start of, shows like Cougar Town, or when Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher were together. That's when the whole thing became more like out in the open. But it's been around for quite some time, and I don't think it's going anywhere. But Battle Rifle says, I think it's over because women don't go for younger guys anymore. Oh, it's so rare nowadays. It's not because men are not attracted to older women. I wouldn't think that's the case either. I think there's plenty of women still going for those younger men. What do you think, Nance?
Yeah. Oh, I think it's possible, certainly.
Anything is possible.
Is that subtle?
Yeah. Oh, Brady with the 3 hearts again. Thank you, Brady. I don't know if it's like the same 3 hearts or just they keep adding more 3 hearts, but whatever it is, we appreciate it.
I think the more badges they bought, then those little hearts.
Oh, so it's not 3 more badges. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about badges over here, people on YouTube. They're a new thing that's on Instagram.
Yeah, you can buy badges it's like tipping us. It's like throwing money. Make it rain. Make it rain.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to say that.
You're inner stripper. I did a chapter in my book called Release Your Inner Stripper. I think you just did.
So, well, listen, I had a question here for us. Let's see, what was it? What would you do differently if nobody would judge you? And I would definitely be a stripper.
Wait, who? I took a pole dancing class, by the way. That is not easy.
I have too. I have a pole. I mean, I'm sure that shocks you.
You have a pole.
I do have a pole.
You probably have multiple poles.
just one here.
I would not necessarily want to be a stripper. I would much rather be a porn star than a stripper because, and actually, I wouldn't even want to be a porn star because my friends that are porn stars told me how much better doing their own shows are. Like putting on your own OnlyFans show or whatever would be much more up my alley because I like to be in charge of what I'm doing. I don't want someone telling me what to do, you know? And certainly strippers are not. I read so many books on strippers because my boyfriend used to be a bartender at a strip club in New York. And I wanted to know what's going on in those strip clubs. So I read all these books on it and articles about it. And I became like, he didn't know what was going on in those back rooms, but I did. And I think it's a very hard thing to do. You're not treated that kindly. But then again, I always wonder, like,
but you know what? I just smack them down.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I would be. I want to be a stripper like now at this age, where I would just own them.
Yeah.
And my friend Linda just said stripper on tequila. I can see that.
A stripper on tequila.
She's one of my dearest Hito friends.
Oh, Hito friend.
So
welcome, Hito friend.
Been there, seen it. She's seen me on tequila a few times.
Oh man,
there's always a story.
Okay, so Megan's saying there's a strip club for almost every preference here in Portland, but I haven't heard of a cougar strip club yet. That needs to exist.
I think we could really kill it.
Oh yeah, I dated a stripper once and it was fun. I'm telling you, sometimes it could be very. It's almost like a gateway drug. It can lead to other things, and the next thing you know, you're like in someone's house having a cucumber stuck up your vagina for a bachelor party. There is a real. Speaking of that, there's a very good movie I saw that was up for Academy Awards. Something about a woman. I forgot the name of it, but it had to do with being a stripper. So you should check that out. And also, the movie. What's it called? Hustler, I believe, with Jennifer J-Lo. Yeah. It was.
Demi Moore did one too.
Right, but that particular one was set in the club that my boyfriend used to work at. Karen, your boyfriend was a bartender in a strip club. Can he teach? Can he teach what? How to bartend?
Teach me how to attract something.
Oh, teach. Oh, I didn't see the bottom part. Can you teach me how to attract? You know what? He learned a lot of things, but I think if you asked him what he learned most in the strip club is to listen. Or if you're a bartender in general, that's actually a great way to meet people because bartenders just generally sit and listen, and it's a really good skill. Right. Not that he's the greatest listener, but
he's not using it with you, huh?
He likes to talk a lot. He's a Gemini, but it's just like there's a certain type of crowd that is attracted. There's like some people that are actually like really into strip clubs. Men go all the time, and that's their whole life. And for some, that especially like ones that have like some physical challenge that they can't like be with women or whatever, other than being in a strip club, it's a good thing for them.
I've dragged Mark into some really seedy ones because I love them. I love strip clubs. I swear, I've always. Since the beginning of our relationship.
I go into strip clubs and I inevitably end up counseling all the strippers. I'm telling them what vibrator to buy. I'm telling them not to accept this bullshit. I'm like Mother Teresa over there. I don't know what I'm doing. I just have to constantly tell people
what. I just thought of my next career. I want to be a bouncer at a strip club.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Now
Did you see that?
He said these bouncers are ex-cops. You don't mess with them. So if there's a drunk guy at the bar,
I want to be a bouncer.
Well, I mean, I'd be scared of you. We got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions going on here on YouTube. I've been neglecting them, and I don't want to be. Okay, let's see what it's all about. This whole cougar thing. I mean, I've approached hundreds of women. Older women are always the most difficult. They're extremely turned off if we are young. There's still a lot of cougars. Johnny says there's still plenty of cougars in the area I live in. They are always on the prowl for younger guys. Tom says hello.
Well, how young, and do you act really young? I mean, it doesn't matter if you're going to be with a mature woman, you do have to have some degree of maturity about you and some old soul wisdom and some charisma.
Yeah.
You can't be acting like a young kid and attract an older woman. That's just not going to work.
And also, you can't just give up either. Like some guys would walk over and say, hey, okay, that is not going to work. But there's a way to, I mean, again, back to porn star Jared Pierce, he would literally tell me how he'd pick up with older or any woman. He would literally have a conversation, and then he would be the one to leave. And he'd turn around and he'd walk towards the bathroom. And inevitably, the girl would be like, where do you go? Where do you go? You know, waiting for him to come back. And he wouldn't give like too much attention to her. He would just kind of like playfully be a little challenging. And I think you just have to figure out a way to not be so needy and sit there. Did I bore you? What, you just walked out of the room? I'm trying to teach. I didn't even get like what you were saying 1 minute. Let me give you a second here. I just like, oh, there she goes. Anyway, what I'm basically trying to say is there's a way to approach older women with confidence, and I know it's hard. Okay, Tom, yes. Anytime you want to honor me with the privilege to send me a gift of $100 via Venmo, please do. And my name is on Cash App or Venmo. Yeah, you can send as much money as you want. As my little stripper friend goes, she said, thank you.
Make it rain.
Make it rain. Make it rain. You can find she and I both on Patreon. Patreon. Patreon.com/KarenLee. Patreon.com/Dr. Nancy. Make it rain.
Yep. Make it rain. So what should I say to women?
All right, you go for it.
You can start with, I mean, where are you? I mean, that's a very difficult question, but you could ask them something about just, like if they're wearing jewelry, oh, that's beautiful jewelry. What is our story behind that? Something like that, just to get them talking about themselves. Don't comment on, you got great tits. I just had a conversation. I've been having more conversations lately with people about objectifying women, especially women that are in the media of some sort, social media or OnlyFans or Instagram models or whatever. And this objectification, and with men too, I think that women tend to objectify men just as much. You look at this person on a screen and you think, I want to do something to that. Instead of that's a human being,
right?
And maybe I should speak to the human rather than just comment on their physical body.
Right.
So Karen, do you feel flattered when people say you got a great ass, nice tits, for people who don't know you?
I don't. I hate that. It's so embarrassing. It's uncomfortable. It's just, I don't like that feeling. Yeah. Do you?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. No. When my husband says that, or somebody that in that realm, then I appreciate it.
When your husband or someone in that realm says something like, I mean, literally, it is. What's a badge when it says buy a badge? Amanda, it's like, I don't know. It's like it's
like 99 cents.
No,
it's like a tip.
It's like a tip. I don't know. It's a new thing. I'm very excited about it. We've been doing it, and what we're going to do is we're combining our Instagram stuff together, and we're going out and we're buying ourselves a cup of coffee. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. We might even do it at a strip club.
So I got to talk about this incognito person. This is really a misogynistic male. believe.
I don't like
keeps
that.
Popping in on here.
Someone's
you keep saying
annoying.
I mean, either he thinks he's really funny, but it's really quite insulting to women, everything he said so far. So it's not flattering, not hot, not attractive, not intriguing. It's more annoying. Like
don't be annoying.
Yeah.
I'm 50, but I've been seeing old women for a while. Johnny, this is a conversation that's going on between all these guys on YouTube.
Amanda just bought a badge. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. That was very sweet. We really appreciate it. Like I said, we're off to the closest strip club we can find after this.
There's some near you. Next time I'm down, we're gonna go.
I have been to strip clubs. Believe me, I have been. It's weird because I do not. It's not even a male or female thing because I've been to a male strip club and I've been to a female strip club. I don't like sweaty bodies that I don't know grinding up on me. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to call it out. It just doesn't. And that is pre-COVID. I can't even imagine if someone gets up on top of me and starts grinding all over me full of sweat. I'm like, no. It's not going to work. I'm sorry to disappoint. What do you guys think? Do you guys like when a girl grinds on you if she's all sweaty? I like the way I put that. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's hard. What, Nancy, do you like it?
No, I mean, not somebody I don't know. No, I mean, I do like a hot, sweaty body on me, but that's got to be somebody that I want in my space, right?
Yeah, someone you invite. Okay. I'm just scanning down here because I missed a lot of these questions. Do I have any children, Angel Mommy? Are any of your children older than 32? Yeah, I have 3 kids, and one of them is older than 32. She's 34. So, yeah, I had her when I was 12. It's amazing.
You too.
Yeah, both of us had kids very young. Well, the natural sweat, not after working all day, then sweating, but after a workout, it's good. Oh, I mean, if you're both in the gym or something, that's one thing. But if it's a stranger that's in Thunder Down Under, no, I didn't like that. You know what I'm talking about? In Vegas? In Vegas, there's a Thunder Down. Yeah. Oh, I do. Actually, there was a male stripper. Actually, we've interviewed 2 for a podcast, and he taught my son Cam how to strip or how to do like a lap dance. And it was one of the funniest things because if you know my son, he's not at all like that type. He's more of a hippie kind of guy. And it was just so funny. Right. It just made me laugh. Amanda, that's do I have any Mother's Day plans? No, but I should make some. Come on, ladies.
When's Mother's Day?
Mother's Day is probably in 2 weeks or something. When is it?
Yeah, I guess a couple of weeks.
But if you guys want to send more badges our way for Mother's Day, please do.
Yeah. We can buy ourselves a flower.
What does it say? Be the change you wish to see. That is a nice screen name. I would like to share with you some guy. I put it on my TikTok. I don't have it in front of me, or maybe I do. The actual quote. I'm going to look it up because it was so ridiculous that I had to put it on TikTok. Let's see if I can find that. In the meantime, talk amongst yourself. Man, you're supposed to carry the weight right now while I look this up. She's too busy drinking wine. My son is open-minded. Okay. Yes, he is. Anyway.
I've only met one of your children. I need to meet your other children.
Oh, my goodness. That's bizarre. I did not realize that. I haven't met any of your children. You met one of mine.
How do you feel about women that sell their panties? I think more power to them. If there's somebody that wants to buy women's panties.
You never sold your panties? I'm like shocked right now.
I gave one away.
No, that's not selling.
That was in Afghanistan. One of our military people one of our service people that was going to Afghanistan in one of my panties. So
I have sold foot pictures. I have to be honest. Oh, somebody bought it. Brady
That's
bought another
awesome.
badge. Thank you, Brady. That was very sweet.
Thank you, Brady.
I
Love you
sold
so
my
much.
foot pictures for $100.
That's awesome.
And I got to be honest, my feet are not that attractive. They're more like little blocks. They're like little cubes. Like my friends make fun of me and they say they're like Fred Flintstone feet.
Brian popping in here, he loves feet. He's definitely one of my foot fans.
Foot fans.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to buy Dr. Nancy's socks, she will sell
He'd
you.
rather just see a picture. He wants to see a picture of his soul.
Oh, I'm looking for this. It was, for some reason, I don't have a current, let's see. I wanted to show you this like ridiculous question I got about a sugar mommy. He wanted to know where he could find a sugar mummy.
A sugar mummy?
I don't know. I mean, I could not find a sugar mummy to give him. But I don't know where you find sugar mummies. I don't even know where you can find. I told him I don't even know anybody who wants to be a sugar mommy, let alone a sugar mummy.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so Linda says my soul is too deep to see. Yeah.
Oh, sell your shoes. Have you ever sold your shoes? I had someone want to sell one of my
I like my shoes.
You don't want to. It's too hard to find them to sell them. I do love the natural aroma of Down Below. That's my niche. The natural aroma. This guy, Little Slim 78, likes a I do love the natural aroma of Down Below. Is that your foot or your ankle, your toes?
There's a lot. Down below what?
Oh, let's see. Let's see. You should be super duper extra proud of your fine self for your parental achievements. I am. I listen. I am very proud of my 3 kids. I mean, I couldn't ask for 3 better kids, and I'm very proud. Are you proud of your kids?
I use the word proud indifferently. So I am beyond excited for the life that my 3 kids have created for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take credit for it, so I think
proud.
Because when I say I'm proud, that means that I take some credit for it, and I really don't take credit for who they are, because I only had a little bit of influence in their
you should take credit.
Yeah, but then I'd have to take credit if they were assholes.
I think that's taking responsibility. I don't take any if they fuck up, I don't know them.
Right. But I am beyond happy for my kids, because they all
I just think you end up loving your kids. You just love your kids. I mean, I'm proud of that they're the people that they are. I'm very happy that they are 3 great kids and 3 great people, And that's what I would love for all of you guys. If you have kids in the future, or if you have kids now, or if you're good kids, that's great. Always be good. Always. If you ever want to get a woman, always be good to your own mother.
Well, that's like a test, isn't it? Because I've got 2 daughters, and when they were dating, I would say, well, how does he talk about his mom? And because that gives you a huge indicator, and that sometimes that there's people that are damaged by not having great relationships with their mom. So hopefully by the time you get them, they've done the work. Right.
I mean, not everybody's blessed with good mommies, or sugar mummies.
No.
But I gotta say that I did go out with a guy who had a hatred towards his mother, and that kind of scared me. I was like, no, I don't know. Amanda, I'm 24. You are still young, and you only have like 1 year, and then your brain will finally be formed completely.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
it's not like when we were.
Amanda,
There's a different time. I mean, this time nobody has kids that young anymore. But when we were like Nancy and I were in that age range, it was like, oh, you better have kids right away. You know.
I remember thinking that if I didn't have all my kids by the time I was 25, I'd be too old. I mean, I seriously believed that.
I think you might be right.
You know, it's like, God, you know, that's old to have kids. So that was kind of the indoctrination that we were getting.
Brady has a very cool question.
Now,
Brady has a good question. He says, how do you balance yourself from being a good kid versus being a mama's boy? I don't know what that term mama's boy really means. What does that mean? Is someone who's just like, I don't know, like can't do anything without his mother's permission?
I think as an adult male, if you put your mother above every other woman that comes into your life, you're a mama's boy.
Okay. But that's not the only.
When an adult male finds a partner, that partner needs to come above the mom.
Except in my case.
No. No. I would kick my son's butt if he put me in front of his wife.
Right. I don't think anybody needs to be in front of anybody or behind anybody anyway. I think it's just a matter of like having a good relationship with.
There's a prioritization, especially if moms are really demanding.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I've seen mothers that have been really demanding of their sons, and they want to be proven that they're first. So if you have a mom like that, then that's going to create a reason for the son to have to choose. My goal was never to create a reason for him to have to prioritize.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it needs. You don't need to do it. I hope you don't need to prioritize. Your mother is above any and all females one meets until your wife. There you go. Or until I don't even think your wife. I mean, you just want to make sure that there's a good balance. Us Libras, we need a balance.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you might have lots of wives.
and you know, yeah. Watch Karen's videos on cougars and where to find them. She also will tell you how to approach a cougar. Thank you, Johnny. So who is asking these questions?
And she has a book.
I have a book called A Cougar's Guide to Getting Your Ass Back Out There and Fuck Games, Date Cougars. They're both on Amazon. And if you have a mom that's single and going out in the world again, have her read my book, Cougar's Guide to Getting Your Ass Back Out There. You might learn a few things, or she might learn a few things.
So the last few minutes, I have a question for you, Karen.
Yes.
How will you spend your time at the next travel location on your bucket list?
What?
How will you spend your time on your next travel location that's on your bucket list?
Well, I don't have a bucket list for travel places yet because I'm just worried about getting COVID wherever I go. But if there was no COVID and I could go anywhere right now, I mean, I always wanted to go to Asia. I've never been there. But if I really, really think about it, the place I'd most likely want to go, because I'm such an animal lover, is Africa. And I've already been to Africa and I loved it. So I really would love to go back there again. And I would spend my time looking at animals. What would you do in your bucket list?
I would love to go to Greece and
get your ass pinched.
Motorcycle.
Wait, can I just tell you that? Wait, hold up, all. You go to Greece. You better be ready because they're not as respectful as American men. What I mean by, I was in Greece when I was in my early 20s, and everywhere I went, guys would run up and just grab your ass. They'd pinch your ass. If they did that to you, you're going to turn around and smack them in the face.
I would. I'd punch them.
Santorini, exactly. Is that where you're thinking of going?
I mean, I would go to all the islands. So
I'll go with you. I'll go with you if as long as you promise not to damage the guy that's grabbing asses.
I sound tougher than I am.
I know.
I generally do a little schooling. I mean, there have been a few times I've been a little tough, but that's been required. But I generally do a little schooling, like just say, don't touch without asking. You might get a yes, but you
they don't.
ask.
In Greece, they may not even be speaking English.
Oh, well, then I might have to palm them. Linda says lie.
It is a lie. I know, Linda. I'm not buying this shit either. I know she can
She's
talk.
here to rat on me.
She is. This is a complete lie.
So Linda was present in Cancun when I thumped that guy onto his ass. So
Yeah.
she's witnessed me drop a guy to the floor.
Okay. We got more questions
All right.
here.
So Brady, you got to go to Italy. It's one of my favorite places. It's beautiful, and yeah.
I know you would.
Do you love
Megan would definitely punch the shit out of him too.
Awesome. Good
Okay.
girl. Yeah, we got to do that.
I never put my mother over
Linda
any
says that
woman.
was awesome.
I'm not playing that shit. David would not play that shit. Battle rifle. It's pointless. No disrespect. I've already been approaching cougars for years. I just approach women below 25. I don't know what you're saying. Okay. I must have missed like the entire conversation. I don't know.
Amanda, I do live in Southern California about half the time. I split my time between North and South.
I missed these comments about my feet. Fred Flintstone
Oh.
feet. My wonderful first girlfriend had from when I was 15 to 22 always said that I have Fred Flintstone feet. Maybe we're related, Tom. I've never heard of it said by anyone else since way back then. How great it is to have a healthy, can't see what it says. Oops. I lost you.
Yeah. So somebody says many of those countries will probably punch back. Yeah, that I can guarantee you they would only do that one time.
I mean, literally, I definitely remember getting grabbed. And actually, I was traumatized one time on one of those, on a subway when I was with my family and I was a teenager and someone grabbed me by the vagina or the vulva area, the whole thing.
Wow.
When I was on, like,
Wow.
I was like in a crowded, like, what is it? Like a train car. Freaked the fuck out of me. I was so worried. I told my dad and he went like, where is he running? He's like going to beat him up or something. I'm like, it's a good thing you didn't find him because he probably would have beat the shit out of you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Allison saying men in those countries will probably punch back. Yeah. I mean, this was back in the day. Maybe they're different now. What type of underwear?
Like I said, once, they might get one head in and then that would be it. I mean, I would lose it on them.
Yeah. Etta Boy would like, what type of underwear do cougars like in men? Ones that don't have holes.
We prefer them out of their underwear.
Oh my God, Nancy. Okay. We prefer them when they are wearing underwear to have no holes and to be clean and maybe no stains, no rips. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what
Yeah, exactly. Well, so Megan, my husband's a 5th degree Kempo karate black belt. And so he's taught me so many things over the years. And I've used his karate more in real life than he ever has. He laughs. He says, I've used it more than he has. So it works.
I will only travel with you.
Crap out of people.
Nancy, you're the only person I'll travel with because I need you to protect me.
I will protect you. Ask Linda. Yeah, I will protect you.
Interestingly
I will
enough,
not let anybody near you.
Interestingly enough, one of my best friends from Chicago is also like a black belt. And so we've been in situations where she has not done anything, but I was like feeling good that I was with her, because I was like, this could be scary. I have never taken any kind of self-defense. So that's why.
I recommend every woman take some, just a one-day seminar that teaches you a few things to do to get out of situations. Life-changing.
Yeah.
Absolutely life-changing.
The problem is my mental state does not remember things, because I did have like a little self-defense course outside of the building I live in, and this guy is teaching me how to do everything, and I already forgot.
Well, I'll practice with you next time.
Oh no.
I'll teach you some things.
I got you.
So Amanda wants to know how we met. We're going to run out of time here, Amanda. But
Yeah.
that is a great story, how we met.
How we met,
And,
and then how we ended up meeting again. Nancy and I are like, it's bizarre how interconnected we just are, because things are hard to explain. Like literally we met online through some weird shit coincidence. And then we saw each other again in New York City at night in a bar in a strange hotel. Not planned. I mean, in New York, where we're both from I was in Chicago, she was from California. What we were both doing in New York is totally different, and how we ended up bumping into each other is completely unheard of. Just so. Yeah, Brady, you're gonna have to. We realize that men have to behave if we meet. If you ever meet up with us, just be careful, because Nancy will punch the shit out of you.
Well, I as I've matured, I just have developed, because I've been assaulted many times in my life, and so once you've been assaulted, and then you get away from that moment, and you think back to what you wish you had done differently. I do it differently now. So I've taken those experiences.
What happened to me when I was assaulted, which was like in a gay bar where I was working, renting out roller skates. I was sitting on a bar stool, and somebody was upset with me for renting out roller skates to her girlfriend, and she took me by my hair and pulled me off of the bar stool onto the floor and started pounding my head on the floor. And a bouncer came and pulled her off of me, and I was just like in a state of complete shock.
Yeah.
When you're not prepared for it,
you have to be prepared. Yeah.
I had no
And
clue.
that's why
I was renting out roller skates. Who would think that would cause a problem?
Mark's been teaching karate for 20-something years, and he advocates so strongly that girls take at least a year of karate before they go to college, more if they can, because he's helped many, many, many young women get their black belts, and they're badass, and they can protect themselves, and they go off into the world fearless, which is what we want our girls to be: aware, conscious, right? Not fear stupid, but truly fearless, knowing that they can protect themselves. That's critical. Absolutely.
Well, it's not just girls. I guess guys also have to be ready.
We all need to know, but girls are the ones that are killed and attacked way more than men. So, we tend to be more vulnerable. We used to be anyway.
Right.
No, men aren't too strong. Believe me, I've taken many, many strong guys down. They don't see it coming.
Believe her. She's not kidding.
Yeah. That's the male ego saying that. It's bullshit. Bullshit.
I don't know what's going on with YouTube, and I'm not going to even try to figure it out. If you guys want to find Nancy and I, we both have Patreon pages, patreon.com/Dr. Nancy and KarenLee. If you want to join us on any of the other social media channels we're on, we're all about social media. So you can find us. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram.
Thank you.
Facebook.
Thank you, Linda. Linda just tipped us. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. All right, so we'll be back next week, and we'll do some more fun stuff. We'll talk about some extra sexy things. And,
Thank you,
in the meantime, remember that you're either a warning or you're an example. And Karen, you're a beautiful example.
And so are you.
A great human being in the world.
Thank you. And I feel the same way about you, my love.
Thank you.
Social media
Linda,
maven.
we love you right back. And Megan and everybody else that popped in tonight.
Yeah, thank you. We know that you
much.
could join any other live stream, and we are very grateful that you joined ours. And thank you for all the compliments, and good night to you, David and Johnny and Trabansky and all the other piece of Tom. Okay, so good night.
All right, and Brady,
God bless.
Night, and we'll see you soon. And maybe in a few weeks we'll be doing this live together.
Uh-oh. Oh, here we go.
I'm coming back.
She's coming back.